What can this actually be? We all see it's Rubik's Cube. We see it's a bunch of cards. But why is it like that? Because the first cut is the deepest. Is it not? The first cut is the deepest because they cut all the way. All other cuts they do not cut through. When they take the deck of cards in blackjack, okay, they take away 3 cards, they split the deck all the way around, and they take the front of the deck and bring it all the way to the back of the deck. The first cut is the deepest. But in this scenario, it's not. Because this card doesn't go in any more than that amount. Because the ball takes up the area. So the spindles on the outside is the only way to put the cards, as these cards are the deepest they can go. 3/4 to 1 square, touching 2 more squares. 2 to the side, 1 down, 1 up. And look at the angle of this one. I have no choice but to put the angle like this. We flip it to the back side. Oh, look, 8 and 8. You see 3 and 10? Whoop, hold on a second. Well, that's right. You see 3 and 10? Ten versus Jack, 8 and Queen versus Jack and 8. The Queen has all the flowers. She holds the spade that forms and holds the cube, because you put 2 of these points over each other, it creates the cube. Inside the cube is one of these. It's split in half and it rolls around. And it doesn't matter what side it rolls on. As it rolls around, it tells 2 stories, one to them and one to you. It's a whole new vibration. So this is one side, this is the other. Now we hold it on the point, or we hold it this way. 2 different worlds. But when we turn it around, okay, when we turn it around, the question is, this is the way the worlds are. You stand up. Is there any way for you to stand that you should be here? Is this who you are? But now you're completely on one side. You're not out of the center, but you run from center also. Center is to be understood as, let me fix these cards. Just 1 second, something came apart here. Just to understand, the cards are in one area, and I'm just picking these cards randomly. And it doesn't matter what 2 cards I'm going to pick, they're going to all tell me a story. Now what has happened here is I put a card in the front, I can barely squeeze anything in the back, because all the empty space that has been used is now being used up, and all the cracks are going away. And where I put them in the front here, now they're forcing the bricks in the back through the circle, but we're still going to do this because I believe it should be done. We're going to take this. Okay, there it goes. Now this is what you have. On one side you have the Queen, on the other side you have the 6. Dividing the sides, 8, 10, 3, and 8 in the corners. The first cut is the deepest. And on the other side, we have the Queen of Hearts versus the King of Hearts. Okay, now my question is, 13th card, 12th card. If we count, so let me see where my book is, one of my books. Okay, I'm going to show you how we're going to count. Don't forget, I just want to say one other thing. When we show the Queen and the King, right? The Queen and the King, right? Sort of like they're holding hands together. They're holding hands, and they're holding hands. Queen 6. Where does everybody play? Apparently all life is between the windmill, where the Energizer is right here. Power comes in down here. Enlightens the cube. It enlightens the cube and lights up this cube over here and this cube over here on the other side. So you have 1, 2, 3, and then you have in between who you are. In between here is 1. In between here is 2. You see, in between here is between 6 and Queen. In between here is between the King of the Queen, what keeps them together. Everything is ABC 1, 2, 3. The angles count differently. We have to piece apart the actual values, never ripping out the heart. The heart always has to go with the life. Okay? The heart goes with the life. The noyau, the lifeline, comes from the other side. So they form into each other. It's a perfect fit. We get 4, 8, 9, 10. I get 12 cards onto here. I cannot put any more cards. Okay? I can't put any more cards. Everything has its own understanding, its own reflection. Stick stands for 3. The center stands for 3. And this side stands for 3. But in all reality, 1 stands for 1 and 1 above, and 1 stands for 1 of each side. You have this one side here. You have that one side here. And we have it one side in here. And then we have it one side in here. Remember, 1 is here. Let's go 1 is up here, and 6 is down here. On this side is, excuse me, if 1 is up here, 6 is down here, yes, because you have to have the full area. You have 2, 3, 4, 5 going around. The value of this is 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 1, this is 6. Put the 2 up here and the 5 down here, and you have 1, 3, 4, 6. Put the 3 up here and put the 4 down here. You have 1, 2, 5, 6, 3 4s in the center. Which way do you want to go? Understand it through its design. It's its own design. It has 2. It has 2 above to one face. It has 2 to the side of one face. It also has the division of VW created in both sides. Now, this is not hocus pocus. This is just the imagination. We're playing. I'm trying to show you what I can do with this. What does it mean? Because I believe it's a relationship to everything else that should be done in the world. These 4, they cut the deepest. These 2 on the flat side, they don't go any more than half the block because you don't live with your feet in the ground, but you do live with the gravitational pull. So if they suck this world together in this world, your world is right here underneath the big top. Right here. 3 is your face. Okay. 2, 5, 8 in low shoe. 3, 5, 7. 2, 5, 8, 3, 5, 7, 2, 5, 8, 3, 5, 7 low shoe. That's all you get. So 2, 5, 8, 3, 5, 7, and you have opposite sides. You have opposite sides. Remember, 2 and 8 and 2 and 8. Time heaven 2882, which is a representation. Okay, 2 times 8, 2 plus 8 is 16, and 10, 26. When you do it one more time, you equal 2 times 8 is 16. 2 and 8 is 10 is 26. Isn't that what I just said? 2 times 6 is 12. 2 plus 8 is 10. No, we're all gone. 2 plus 8 is 10. 2 times 6 is 12 equals 22. Hold on a second. 28 equals 2 times 8 equals 16. 2 plus 8 equals 10 equals to 26. Okay? 2 times 6 equals to 12. 2 plus 6 equals to 8. 20 plus 6. This is the answer right here. 20 plus 6. The 555 world. The 555 world with the 5 in the center, living for 2 lives of the 555 world of the 2 in the center. Deimos and Phobos. And where's Luna? Well, Luna's the one that goes into here. Deimos and Phobos are the 2 fake moons. They intercept our moon that we have right now, because the Phobos moon and the Deimos moon and the Luna moon are not the reality of the spirit moon, because it's the spirit moon that brings everything. They intercept the spirit moon, they send it into Luna, they send it into Luna, or they send it through Deimos and Phobos, which is in our minds. They split our minds apart, and they make us who we're not. So we think that way, and we live that way because we don't know any better, and they all think I'm nuts for thinking like that. But I'll tell you one thing, I'm not finished with this. It's what you could do and you can't do. You got 2 and 2 cards is 4, and you got 4 and 4 cards is 8. You got 2, 4, 4, 2. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4, 6 and 8 creates the queen. You have the passages of 3, 3, 3. You have passages where they're cut passages, which actually create the E. Then you have singularity, where the V comes up into this pass. But in every one, if you take a look, no matter which way you turn it, there's a V in between here, and there's a V on all sides, except for the flat, and even on the flat sides. The only time there's no V is when the queen's on an angle. Here's a square one. This would be the cross, and that would be the angle of our life, and that should be 135 degrees, 45, 45, 45. Take away 10 for man, 35, 35, 35, 105 for the hand of God, 165 for the spirit. You see, 1 plus 6 equals 7. 2 plus 5 equals 7. 2 minus 5 equals 3. 3 plus 4 equals 7. 3 minus 4 equals 1. The reality. Let's go into the reality where the numbers are. They're all over the place. Let me open up a page. Jennifer, 8675309, 8675330, creation of Jupiter inside the gateway of Stop and Go, green, red, in the house of the cat, 2 times 4, 2 plus 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Creation equals 36. Over here, 0 equals 6, so you have 999 of 8675. Call Jenny. Creation. So now you have to go 3099, and now you put a 0 over here. It'd be 309903. So it'd be 369936. And then you'd have 57. So you'd have 36336 0. That's what it is. It's calling the moon. Jenny is calling the moon. Oh my God. 3099 8675. 6 times 8 is 48. 6 plus 8 is 14 is 62. She's calling from N to Z. The Nazi, the moon. Okay, 3099. 3, 5, 7, 6, 8. 4 times 2. 4 plus 2. You understand? 4 times 2, 4 plus 2, because it's 2 and 2 that makes everything. You see? Here's the 4 on the outside. Here's the 2 on the inside. Here's the 4 on the outside. There is no 2 on the inside. So take away this 4 from this 4. You're only left with these 2. 4 on the outside makes 6 look like 2. The 8 is the same thing. See, the 8's got 2 on the outside and 2 on the outside. Well, the same thing as the 10. If I took away 4 from 8 and 10, I'd have a 4 and a 10. The difference would be 6. If I take the 3 and the 10, I actually get 5. Actually, they go over each other. So they become 1.5, 1, 2.5, 3.5, 4. There is no corners. So 10 becomes 10 plus half, 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 and 1. It becomes 2. This becomes 12. The 2 ball and the 12 balls are blue. Now let's do Jenny's number. 309075. She's calling the moon. This becomes 36. This becomes 36. This becomes 12, becomes 3. 3, 3, 6, 9, 6, 3, 3. This is 12 times 28, equaling to 336 days, equaling to 12 moons. 336 equaling to 336, equaling to 12 by 28. We have 24 moons. We have 24 hours in the day, and the communication with the wolf, WOLF, equals to 56. Number 3 equals to 56. Number 7 equals to 56. White Blanco, the white moon, the white wolf, equals to 56. Number 7 equals to 56. 5 and 6, 11. 3 is 11. Wolf is 11. Flow, 56. 2 times 56. 24 hours in the day, 772. 2 between 2 and 2 equals to 2. Over here, this is the Christ, my friend. 72 times 5 equals 360 degrees. Now we're missing 2 moons over here. Okay, so Jenny is the connecting of the moons, but it's not just any moons. It's connecting with the Mars moons. It's connecting with Mars moons because we only have one Luna. I have one telephone in my house. I have the receiver and I have the speaker. But when there's two moons, or is it 3 moons? At which point is Luna included and excluded between Deimos and not taking over, taking over the moons? Jenny, I got your number, is calling Mars. I like to know the rest of this song. If I do the rest of these numbers, Thank you there, Ayala, Rose, something or that. So we all know that I'm a little bit all over the place, just chucking out some designs. In reality, we can actually play football in this design, which is the creating of the name Titanic inside the reasoning of what the letters can do. Cincinnati, Knicks, John Burns, John D. Bench, Pete Rose, the pitcher's at the mound. The pitcher's at the mound. Until he throws the water, we have nothing to drink. There's no spirit in the glass. There's no ball to hit. We can't think at all. We're not fully connected. Pass me over the Johnny Bench. Let me think of my Pete Rose, and I'll become a Cincinnati Nazi, and I'll be the big red machine to communicate with the entirety, because I don't have a head on my shoulder, but I have a head next to each one of my ears, listening to each side, each one telling me the opposite of the other side, and I'll just have to decide the difference. As long as I know the totality, I am programmed to find the difference. The difference and the only way that the heart can go in order for everybody to survive. Raphael, 7286, in the obstacle illusion of perception. What the hell do I know? It's just a story. It's just a story. It's here and it's gone. I made it. It's 16 minutes long. By the time, for the first 25 people, I'd like to just say welcome, welcome to the first 25 people that will see this video by November 5th or 6th. Because that's usually what it is. After the first 3 days of my videos, 25 people have seen it, and I'm happier than crap. Leave me a comment what you like, what you don't like. Let's take part. Raise my wings. This idea and this Jennifer had nothing to do with me. This had to do with a comment from a lady named Rose Israel. She must be real, and the rose is 15. 5, 5, and 5 petals, right? Rose Israel? Rose Israel says white and red, which is the separation or space between red is the empty space of white. Then what you have is Israel is number 15. R is 1, 2, so it's left wing and it's center field and left field. So that would be the Abbott and Costello movie. Israel, right, it's real. EA, A and E for the O world in the electronic angels of the liberty of her, because we sow in her. So Israel, 1 and 5 equals the 15, or area 51. We live in between the 3 of 2, 3, 4 under their vibration. They created the vibration, not us. It's inside. But it's not, I'm talking about an area. When I say Israel, I mean an area, an institution inside a name. Nothing to do with people, places, or things. Just understand it. It's a story. You put it where you like. Thank you very much.